You are at a pivotal moment. You are not destined to drift into a slow, expensive decline. That belief, that stiffness, fatigue, and brain fog are the unavoidable tax of turning 60, is simply wrong. I see it daily in my practice. People spending thousands on procedures, yet ignoring the simple, cheap inputs that define 90% of their future health. I'm a physician, but I'm also a fitness scriptwriter. I specialize in shortcuts that bypass medical bureaucracy and give you back raw, measurable vitality. Forget the slow slide into dependency. We are talking about reversing physical and cognitive decline, reclaiming the energy you thought was gone forever, and doing it through simple food swaps and daily habits you can implement tonight. We focus on the single biggest enemy to your joints, energy, and brain after 60, hidden inflammation. This isn't just discomfort. This is the process that steals your sleep, stiffens your arteries, destroys cartilage, and makes your mitochondria, your cellular power plants, run like rusty engines. The truth is, most people are pouring gasoline on this inflammatory fire multiple times a day, convinced they are eating well. I'm going to show you 7 specific foods you need to pull out of your kitchen today, why they are robbing you of mobility, and what to swap them with for immediate measurable strength and clarity. The hidden energy. Thief, the afternoon crash, and the coffee mistake. Let's start with the one habit that sets the inflammation dominoes tumbling all day, your morning or afternoon coffee. If you add flavored creamers, syrups, or even low-fat or natural, non-dairy alternatives, you are spiking your blood sugar dramatically. That huge glucose rush feels like energy for 30 minutes. Then, it forces your body to overproduce insulin, leading to the inevitable 3 p.m. crash, brain fog, and energy theft. This defines poor metabolic flexibility. A sustained high glucose environment creates advanced glycation end products, AGEs. Think of AGEs as internal caramelization. They literally stiffen every tissue in your body. Your skin wrinkles, your arteries harden, and crucially, the soft tissue surrounding your joints becomes brittle and prone to pain. If you want less joint pain, you must control your glucose spikes. The mistake. Drinking coffee with artificial syrups or highly processed creamers containing corn syrup solids, vegetable oils, and stabilizing gums. These turn a beneficial antioxidant delivery system, the coffee itself, into a daily inflammatory insult. The fix. Add this to coffee. Want to know the fastest way to turn your coffee into a stable energy source that burns fat and preserves muscle? Skip the sugar and add a teaspoon of C8-MCT oil, medium-chain triglycerides, and maybe a dash of high-quality cinnamon. The MCT oil is instantly processed by the liver into ketones, giving your brain fuel without requiring insulin. You get sustained clarity, bypass the glucose roller, coaster, and start reversing glycation damage from the first cup. Seriously, this is a fast, simple today change. Now, let's talk about the foods actively dismantling your mobility and clarity. Forget bone broth, the 7 foods stealing your longevity. Many people focus on expensive supplements or complicated diets, but the fastest route to better health is subtraction. We must remove the high-octane inflammatory agents hiding in plain sight. 1. The real enemy of your joints, highly refined seed oils. If you still cook with canola, corn, soybean, safflower, or sunflower oil, stop immediately. These are the 4 worst cooking oils, and they are everywhere. When I talk about inflammation, I'm talking about the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Our ancestors ate a ratio closer to 1.1 or 2.1. The standard modern diet is 15.1 or even 20.1, fueled almost entirely by these cheap industrial seed oils used in restaurants and processed foods. Why is this a problem? High omega-6 levels create pro-inflammatory compounds, like arachidonic acid, that your body uses to signal pain and stiffness. If you struggle with arthritis, chronic knee pain, or shoulder restriction, high seed oil consumption is likely a primary driver. These oils are chemically unstable and oxidize rapidly, creating free radicals that damage DNA and cellular structures. Forget canola oil. Do ghee or avocado oil. Swap all cooking and salad oils for extra virgin olive oil, low-heat dressing, avocado oil, high heat, or grass-fed butter ghee. These simple swaps immediately begin pulling your body out of the inflammatory red zone. It's 2. The Great Breakfast. Deception, the worst breads. You need energy in the morning, but most standard breakfast choices are metabolic bombs. Let's look at the breads. If your bread is white, enriched, or contains high fructose corn syrup, you consume empty calories that accelerate aging. But even healthy brown breads are often disasters. The worst breads are those containing added sugar, hydrogenated oils, high gluten content, and enriched flour, nutrients stripped out and replaced synthetically. The perfect example is the morning toast mistake, eating white bread without any meaningful protein or fat. This is a massive glucose spike that sets the stage for mid-morning hunger and overeating. The fix: breakfast that strengthens your legs in 24 hours. You need high-quality protein the moment you wake up, a minimum of 30 grams. Why? Sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, accelerates rapidly after 50. Muscle is your longevity armor. If you don't hit the protein threshold early, your body struggles to repair the muscle used overnight or during yesterday's movement. Forget toast, do high-protein scramble. Swap that bread for a simple scramble of 3 eggs, around 18 g protein, cooked in avocado oil, combined with a handful of cottage cheese, another 10-12 grain protein, and chopped spinach. Total protein, 30 g plus. That fuel ratio stops the glucose spike, locks in satiety, and gives your legs the material they need to repair and strengthen. Today. 3. The sugar trap: zero-calorie sweeteners. Many switch from sugar to artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or saccharin to manage weight or diabetes. While they lack calories, they confuse your metabolism and disrupt your gut biome, which is ground zero for inflammation and immunity. Emerging research suggests these non-nutritive sweeteners may still trigger insulin responses in some people, and critically, they alter the balance of bacteria in your gut. A compromised gut barrier, leaky gut, means systemic inflammation, which directly feeds cognitive decline and joint pain. Forget diet soda. Do sparkling water with lemon lime. If you need sweetness, use very small amounts of whole-leaf stevia or monk fruit extract, but the ultimate goal is to retrain your palate away from hypersweet flavors. 4. The dairy dilemma: highly processed cheeses. Cheese can be a great protein and fat source, but many commercial shredded or cheese product varieties contain thickeners, dyes, and anti-caking agents like cellulose. These additives are unnecessary fillers that tax your digestive system and can trigger subtle inflammatory responses, especially in sensitive guts. The fix: go for whole, simple fermented dairy. High-quality Gouda, aged cheddar, or Parmesan are excellent sources of vitamin K2, which is essential for directing calcium out of your arteries and into your bones. Always read the label. If the ingredients list is longer than 3 items, milk, salt, cultures, put it back. 5. The dangerous snack: dried fruit. You think you are making a healthy choice by grabbing a handful of raisins or dried cranberries. But dried fruits are nutritional intensity bombs. The drying process removes the water but concentrates the fructose exponentially. Imagine eating 6 apricots. That's challenging. Now imagine eating 6 dried apricot halves. Easy. You consume 3 to 5 times the sugar load in a fraction of the time. This massive fructose load goes straight to the liver, taxing it, contributing to visceral fat accumulation and driving up chronic inflammation. Cataracts? Eat this daily. If you love fruit, eat whole fruit with the fiber intact: berries, apples, oranges. For specific retina and memory repair, integrate a handful of nuts, like walnuts or almonds, and 1 seed daily. Pumpkin seeds. They are packed with zinc, magnesium, and essential fatty acids that support vision and reduce oxidative stress linked to cataracts. 6. The inflammatory grain: commercial oats. Oats are often promoted as heart-healthy, but commercial quick cooking or instant oats are highly processed. They break down almost as quickly as refined white sugar, leading to a fast glucose spike. Furthermore, oats are often heavily sprayed with glyphosate, a common herbicide, which is a known disruptor of the gut microbiome. Forget quick oats. Do steel-cut oats, or better yet, skip the grain. If you must eat oats, use steel-cut oats, as their slower digestion curve minimizes the glucose spike. But for maximizing longevity, prioritize protein and healthy fats over grains for breakfast. Use the space in your stomach for things that build muscle and brain clarity. 7. The nutrient-poor hydrator, sweetened juices. Whether it's packaged orange juice, apple juice, or even green smoothies overloaded with banana and mango, you are often consuming liquid sugar. The juice process strips out the beneficial fiber, leaving only concentrated fructose. Your body doesn't need to work to digest it, so the sugar hits your bloodstream immediately, fueling inflammation and age formation. This is a direct path to insulin resistance and accelerated aging. The fix: drink water, black coffee, or unsweetened green tea. If you want flavor, infuse water with cucumber, mint, or fresh lemon. Simple. The longevity. Link: storage and cognitive clarity. We've tackled what you eat, but how you handle and store food matters just as much for nutrient integrity and toxicity avoidance. This links directly to your brain health, because improperly stored food loses essential vitamins or can even produce low levels of toxins that contribute to systemic stress. Medications and dementia. Before we dive into storage, let's pause for a necessary medical reminder. We are focusing on lifestyle fixes because they are powerful, but if you are dealing with cognitive decline or memory issues, you must review your entire medication list with your physician. Certain classes of drugs, especially anticholinergics, often used for allergies, bladder control, or sleep, have been linked in studies to an increased risk of cognitive impairment and dementia over time. Do not stop any medication without medical supervision, but have an open discussion about alternatives with your doctor. Autonomy requires informed action. Now, let's make sure your food storage isn't sabotaging your efforts. Do not refrigerate these 9 foods. The fridge saboteur. The refrigerator is great for dairy and meat, but certain items lose flavor, texture, and even their nutrient density when chilled. 1. Tomatoes. Cold destroys the enzymes that give tomatoes their flavor and turns the texture mealy. Store them on the counter away from direct sun. 2. Potatoes. Whole. Refrigeration turns the starch into sugar faster, resulting in gritty texture and undesirable flavor when cooked. Store in a cool, dark pantry. 3. Onions. Whole. They get soft and moldy quickly in the fridge due to the humidity. Store them loose in a dry, ventilated basket, but keep them away from potatoes as they make each other spoil faster. 4. Garlic. Chilling causes mold and sprouting, reducing their potency. Hang them or store them loose in a cool, dry place. 5. Coffee beans chopped grounds. Coffee is highly porous. Storing it in the fridge exposes it to moisture and foreign odors, destroying the flavor. Keep it sealed at room temperature. 6. Bread. Refrigeration rapidly accelerates the staling process. Keep it at room temperature for short-term use or freeze it for long-term storage. Or 7. Avocados. Unripe. The cold halts the ripening process entirely. Keep them on the counter until they yield slightly to pressure. 8. Honey. It crystallizes and becomes thick and unusable in the cold. Room temperature is ideal. 9. Olive oil. Chilling causes it to condense and become cloudy and granular. Store in a cool, dark cupboard. Protecting these foods ensures you get the maximal flavor and nutritional punch from your healthy choices. The blueprint for lasting muscle. 7 cheap, high-protein foods. If you are committed to aging with independence, your mission is to maximize muscle mass. Muscle is the metabolic engine that keeps blood sugar stable, burns fat, and shields your bones. But protein is often the most expensive macronutrient. Here are 7 cheap, high-quality, bioavailable protein sources to integrate daily, especially at breakfast. 1. Cottage cheese. High in casein protein, slow digesting, excellent for nighttime muscle repair if eaten before bed, or for extended satiety at breakfast. 2. Eggs. The gold standard, perfect amino acid profile, cheap, aim for 3-4 daily. 3. Canned sardines or mackerel. Packed with omega-3s, vitamin D, and calcium, extremely cheap, great for salads or snacking. 4. Canned tuna, skipjack, or polecat. A reliable lean protein source, focus on smaller fish varieties to minimize mercury exposure. 5. Lentils, jars, beans, combined with grains, nuts. While incomplete on their own, combined, they are a powerful fiber-rich protein. 6. Plain Greek yogurt, full fat, unsweetened. Excellent source of whey and casein. Check the label for high protein content, 15-20 gram per serving. 7. Whey or casein protein powder. If budget is tight, look for bulk powders. This is the fastest, most effective way to guarantee you hit that 30-gram protein threshold at breakfast without excessive calories or cost. Integrating these high-protein foods is the breakfast that strengthens your legs in 24 hours. It gives your muscles the raw material needed to repair the microscopic damage from movement, ensuring you wake up stronger, not weaker. Arteries. The specific nighttime fix, fruit before bed to repair your eyes. We talked about avoiding dried fruits because of the sugar load, but a specific fruit eaten at the right time can leverage antioxidants for repair while you sleep. The fix. About 60-90 minutes before going to sleep, consume a small serving of deeply colored berries, blueberries, blackberries, or raspberries. These are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that are essential for circulation and fighting oxidative stress. They specifically support the tiny blood vessels in the retina, helping to repair damage from daily light exposure. This is the simple, natural routine for eyes under stress. Remember, however, we must ensure deep sleep allows this repair to happen. This means avoiding all caffeine after 2 p.m. Late caffeine consumption is one of the top reasons people over 60 wake up feeling unrested and inflamed. The 10-minute morning reset, Japanese movements for mobility. We've swapped the food. Now, let's move the body. You don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or hours. You need consistency and targeted movement that addresses the loss of balance, flexibility, and strength. This short surgeon-approved routine focuses on ground-up strength, balance, and opening the hips and spine, essential for preventing falls and maintaining walking stride length. This is better than just walking because it incorporates stability and targeted tension. Safety. First. Listen to your body. Stop immediately if you feel sharp pain. Adapt the range of motion to your current mobility level. If you have a medical condition, take medication, or have had recent surgery, consult your physician before starting any new routine. We will focus on 4 simple movements, done slowly and controlled. The guided 10-minute routine. Warm-up, 2 minutes. 1. Neck circles and shoulder rolls. Slowly rotate your neck side to side, then front to back, avoiding full extension backwards. 10 repetitions each way. Follow with 10 backward shoulder rolls and 10 forward shoulder rolls. 2. Ankle mobility. Stand holding a chair for support. Lift one foot and slowly trace the alphabet with your toe, focusing on maximizing the range of motion in your ankle. Switch feet. This primes the small stabilizing muscles in your lower leg. The 4 movements, 6 minutes. 1. The standing march, 30 seconds each leg. This looks simple, but we are adding isometric hold. Stand tall. Lift your left knee as high as comfortable. Hold for 3 seconds, focusing on balancing on the standing leg without wobbling. Lower, slowly. Repeat 10 times per leg. This strengthens the hip flexors and deep core stabilizers, crucial for walking and preventing trip and falls. 2. The wall push-up, 2 sets of 15. Stand about 2 feet from a sturdy wall. Place your hands shoulder-width apart. Lean in and perform a slow, controlled push-up, keeping your body straight like a plank. Push back powerfully. This builds upper body strength and bone density in the wrist and shoulders, essential for getting up from the ground and managing daily tasks. 3. The Japanese hip opener, deep squat prep, 2 sets of 1 minute. Stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width, toes pointed slightly out. Place your hands on a sturdy countertop or the back of a chair for balance. Slowly, lower your hips as if sitting down, keeping your chest up and your back straight. Only go as low as you can without pain. Pause at the bottom and hold for 10 seconds. Focus on the stretch in your inner thighs and hips. Return, slowly. This movement restores essential hip mobility that prevents lower back pain and stiffness. Breathe deeply on the way down. Exhale on the way up. 4. The heel raise, 2 sets of 15. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Hold the back of the chair for light support. Lift up onto the balls of your feet, squeezing your calf muscles hard at the peak. Lower slowly and controlled. Calf strength is directly correlated with vitality and gait speed. Do this until you feel the burn. Cool down, 2 minutes. Finish with 60 seconds of gentle marching in place and 60 seconds of standing side stretches, reaching one arm overhead, bending gently to the opposite side. Total time, 10 minutes. Do this right after your high-protein breakfast. You've optimized your fuel and primed your engine for the day. Breidifsat, the challenge. Start today. You have the blueprint. The biggest barrier to longevity is inaction, not complexity. You don't need to change everything overnight. You need leverage. Your mission for today. 1. The nutrition swap. Go to your pantry right now and identify all the canola, soybean, and corn oils. Throw them away. Swap them today for avocado oil or quality olive oil. This single action drastically lowers your systemic inflammation load within 24 hours. Way 2. The 10-minute movement. Complete the 10-minute morning reset routine. Do the 4 movements: standing march, wall push-up, hip opener, and heel raise. Age doesn't steal your strength. Lack of targeted stimulus does. You can feel less pain, more strength, and more breath starting now. What is the first change you are implementing today? And what topic do you want me to cover next? Advanced movement protocols, specific sleep tactics, or deeper insights into supplements for brain health? Comment below and let me know. Let's get to work.